Good evening, everybody, or good day, wherever you're at tonight. Sorry, guys, if I seem a little out of it right now, but welcome back to another episode of Happy Accidents. And this week we're going to be drawing Godzilla. Yay! Roar! Everyone do the Godzilla roar. Anyway, so yeah, this week, guys, I just saw Godzilla, the new Empire with King Kong, and it was all right. It wasn't terrible, honestly. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I actually like some of those movies. I mean, they really made it more about the monsters. But actually, just so you know, guys, I'm gonna be drawing Godzilla for -1, so I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone here. But we're just gonna do the head anyway, so bear with me on this. So we're gonna get started on this. If you guys aren't familiar with this character, I don't think I kept thinking I've drawn Godzilla before, but no, I've drawn him over here on my pad, guys. I mean my pad. I mean my what do you call it? I have him an inked one. I haven't finished, but anyway, guys. Let's just get to it. I'm just kind of drawing already. Just I want to do a really good job with this character. I love Godzilla, guys. One of my favorite. I guess you can consider it a monster movie. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the character, it's a Japanese, I guess a dragon, a folklore kind of thing, and been in media and all kinds of things. Mostly like he's mostly portrayed as like a villain, I guess, in the beginning. I mean, in the very first ones, and then he kind of became like a hero. Kind of like a thing. Protecting against other monsters. And I don't know if you guys happen to see the new one. It was pretty dope. Yeah, I give it a solid 7, guys. Just because it was actually just a movie to watch. It was nothing, fancy, so to speak. But you know what? These days, guys, good movies are in short supply. It's funny that there's a lot of critics out there. Like if you watch, I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of the ones I watch, like Critical Drinker, and those guys give a harsh rating, guys. And really, I'm pretty more lenient, just because you know what? I don't care. Oh, crap! I just dropped my pen. Yeah, I don't care if it's like a terrible movie. But it's really in short supply, guys. So we're just gonna be drawing the head. If you guys aren't familiar with Godzilla, I do draw other animals. If you guys aren't familiar with, he's just a big lizard. So I'll be drawing other stuff. I was hoping to do a nice detail, guys. I just got done drawing a thing for my art show. If you guys saw it, check it out on my Instagram. Just get a little bit of teeth in here. And I was drawing the Spinosaurus, so I'm really getting into like scales, and I really kind of got back to the details. So I'm gonna try to get as much in there as possible. So don't worry, I'm just trying to get the drawing in. So he's got a little bit of a tongue going on here, and it's got a little bit of a reference, nothing fancy, but so yeah. I like this one version. He's got a lot more scaly, a lot more, more fun things to draw. I found a really cool picture of him, just the head. It's kind of what I wanted right now, so just kind of getting that in. So anyways, I still hope you guys go see the movie. I think it's decent. I like King Kong. He's kind of cool in this one. I like the way it's funny. They actually gave King Kong more personality in this. He's more of a likable kind of character. He's playful. He's fun. He's a badass. Gorilla. So I have no problems with that. So let's see. I'm gonna widen the mouth a little bit. Where's my lasso? Oops. If you guys aren't familiar, you can use this. It's called the lasso tool. So it just allows you to lasso anything around you. You run around it, and then you hold V for me, if I'm not sure you guys on the computer, and then you can move it, adjust it, turn it, scale it. Just don't want to open his mouth up a little bit. It just saves time. This is why I like working digital, guys. Because normally I'd have to erase. Sorry, I have to cancel that. I still recommend you guys, for beginners who are using this program. It's just a sketchbook, guys. I use it just to do all my sessions, just because it's easier, a little bit quicker. Get a little And it has some editing tools and things you guys can use, so you know, nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. And it's, I believe it's free. I download it for free. It should still be free. If not, I'm sorry guys, but I believe it's free. I'll put the, see if I can maybe put the links in there, but if anything, just look up Sketchbook, and it's the same icon. So all right, let's just get, remember guys, well, like I said, if you're ever drawing a mouth and open mouth, always do the other side, guys, because remember, it's like a cave. There's always teeth on the other side, usually depending on the angle, so we're just gonna get those in. Excuse me, sorry guys, I've had a, I hope you guys had a good Easter, and I'm just kind of sketching, getting that in. It's gonna be really cool, guys. I'm gonna get a lot of I'm trying to get as much scales in as possible. So just before I start drawing, but mostly it's going to be in the ink anyway, guys. So don't fret if the drawing's not, you know, what does Doc Brown always say? Is this model's not up to scale? So, oops. Mostly planning in the ink anyway. So, okay. Oh, I drew Bowser. That's what I was thinking. God, that's what I was thinking of. Bowser. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Kind of the same thing, but no. Sort of. Oh yeah, I forgot to... I usually like to save this before I start the session, guys, but if you guys will see... Yep, Beetlejuice. If you guys saw my last video last week, we'll just do Godzilla. Let's... and... I guess it's called and King... Because this is for King Kong. I just like I just found a really cool reference that I'm using, so... Yeah, it's all the same thing, though. Just Godzilla. And we'll just save it to my desktop for right now. There we go. Oh, guys. Thought I had a sneeze going. Anyway, back to work. But yeah, guys, hope you're having a good time. I just got through my art show. And a lot of stuff's happening, guys. I'm going to make an announcement about... you see, guys, I may be ending the series. I don't know if you guys are, you know, because I'm not really getting much views from these. I hope some people are watching, but really, I think it's time to kind of concentrate. I have a few videos I'm going to be posting soon. I'm working on, guys. I filmed some stuff for the art show, and I know it's I don't want to be. I just didn't want to be saying, oh, I did this. Guys, whenever you say you're going to do something, just do it. I'm only making notes just to, you know, kind of bring in heads if people watch these videos, but for the most part, you know, don't be like me. A lot of my friends always getting on me on this, like, you know, why don't you just do it, you know, rather than say it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But the thing is, because I don't want to disclose anything, but I'm going to be, next week, I'm going to be a little preoccupied. I'm going to post a video on Monday, guys. I have something I'm going to take care of next week. And then back to normal on, I'll let you guys know that what I was talking about, because I just want to discourage anything else. But just look out for, not much going to be happening next week, guys. I'll let you know the reason why. I just don't want to say anything right now. But anyway, I'm going to be gone. I'm not gone. I'm just going to be not really at my desk, let's just say. So, and I'll explain why later. So, nothing to be concerned about. But just watch. Just check out my video. It'll just be one video on Monday. Then after that, everything goes back to normal, and I'll explain the plans, and then hopefully have something for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, but don't worry, guys. I'm a man of my word. So anyway, we'll get back to the drawing. So I'm just drawing his little eye here. Remember, guys, lizard eyes are a little bit different than human eyes. Although I don't know why Godzilla's is I can see he has, because you gotta think of a lizard eye. They have these like second kind of eyelids on lizards, if you guys have noticed. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Funny, I was just watching another thing on this. I'm sorry, guys. I know I need to get myself educated when I watch these videos, but you know, it's just the way my mind is, guys. I'm kind of a... The lizards have these little eyelids, but he's got kind of a pupil going here, so we'll just get that in. And that's what I like about using ink like this, guys. And you can, like I said, over and over again, you can do the same thing with ink. With, oh Christ, crappy. Sorry, forgive me, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm trying not to take the Lord's name in vain. I don't know if you guys are religious, but I am. And nothing against you guys, but I don't like taking the Lord's name in vain if I say things like that. So if I ever say that, plus it was Easter this week, and And let me tell you some guys, the devil will always be testing you, especially around this time. And let me tell you something, dude. As long as I mean, my faith has never been stronger. Even though, but I want to tell you some guys. You know what? It's funny because I'm having these discussions with a lot of people. A lot of people. I like getting different views, even if it's not my own, religion or whatever. You guys, you know, because we're all just nobody has all the answers. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. I'm just interested in what talking to people and what their responses are. Most of the time. So anyway. But for the most part, don't be discouraged on all these things. Just have faith in a lot of things and things will work out. I know there's a lot of, and I've said this before because I'm only saying this because there's a lot of tension in this world right now. But it's our duty, let me tell you guys, it's our duty as artists to keep people's heads in line. We need to keep people distracted, Not distracted, from like, people should be paying attention to what's going on in the world. But, guys, on a Sunday, on a beautiful day, nobody wants to think about what's going on. Everyone just wants to go to the mall, spend time with their family and friends, nobody's, and then during the week we all go back to, fighting each other and doing this and that. Just don't fret about that. Take time for yourself, guys. Otherwise it'll drive you freaking crazy. Most of you guys know I'm a pretty political guy. But remember, guys, I've had years riding the dragon, so we're drawing one. No, but seriously, a lot of you guys are burnt out because you never handled it before. This is nothing new to me, guys. When I hear a story that's as ridiculous, it just doesn't faze me. So, and I'm only saying this because there's a lot of tension in this world, and it's something I've even over Easter, Easter weekend, it's like people can't let it go. There's always something going on. I tell you. Remember, guys, about the back to the drawing just for a sec, because I always love teeth, guys. Teeth are always fun to draw. Especially on characters like this, like Venom and Carnage. His gnarly teeth and gums. Remember, guys, whenever you're drawing a new character, or if you're drawing an old character, always try to exaggerate a little. Don't draw like I'm using a reference, guys. I'm just kind of using some reference just to make it quick. But normally, I would take this Godzilla drawing and maybe turn it, on its head or whatever. Whatever I decide to do with it. Like I said, I should do a lesson on this. When I stress about not drawing something from a 2D. From 2D to 3D, because that's not the goal. And I was taught this a long time ago, that you should never draw something from a basically like a flat picture, because you won't get the reference is just meant, guys, just meant so you know what it looks like. I'm just drawing this so I know what Godzilla looks like, just to kind of get an idea. But really, it's your own interpretation. And I'm sure you guys are probably, familiar with this, but some people just aren't, because I see a lot of people who are drawing, and this is not a, if that's what you're going for, but I'm just saying, if you want your drawing to really stick out, to really be realistic, guys, you got to draw it from your head, not from your head, but like from your own. Don't just draw it straight from the book, from whatever you got your reference or wherever you got this from. Otherwise, it's not going to look real. But if that's what you're going for, it's your drawing. So, that I'm just giving you tips as an artist, because my goal, it's funny, guys. People ask me questions about my work today, and then kind of what, and the thing is, guys, I'm never really thought, but I'm still just a fine artist, a fine arts artist. That's kind of where I study, guys. I was studying fine art. I was studying, techniques in the old days and paints, and that's where I learned to paint. That's why I get from Bob Ross, because he was the same way. He was a tree, his style and his painting was nature. Well, he loved nature. So see how, guys, the teeth are not. That's what I like about this Godzilla -1, because his teeth are not all the same. Honestly, I think I just picked this because I like the teeth. Too far. And then make sure you get the gums, because lizards always have these gums looking. Although I think it's funny, because I think I had that right, but. And then remember the cave in the mouth. And we'll darken a little, so just get the teeth on the other side. And just kind of, you have to kind of keep track of it, but you can always just darken that side if you want early. Put the little teeth on the side. I'll get that in, but I think his tongue is kind of But yeah, like I said, guys, just and guys, if you want to draw the proper, because remember, guys, Godzilla's mouth has shape to it. Even when you can see like the roundness in his face and the certain shapes in his mouth, like he's kind of got a square jaw going. So you can get all that just by. I wish I had more time, but I'm trying to get this as much as possible. So let's get on to details. So we're gonna get. I'm gonna finish this part. Just trying to get as much in. It's kind of gross looking, really. It's kind of got like this, like he looks like he's got branches growing out of him, you know? Kind of gross. I'm just kind of fun with it because the scales are kind of all over the place. You know, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing really to it. So, and you can fill in. Just take your time with this one, guys. You know, add some lines, kind of follow the direction of the mouth. So. And remember, these lines have shape because like that's what I did. If you guys look at my Spinosaurus drawing, you'll see that I'm creating shapes on the mouth. You give it the roundness, and then if you go in like this, it kind of gives a little bit of a see that, a little bit of a roundness to it because the jaw, the way the indentations and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out for that. And let's go to this. I'm gonna try to get as much detail as I can, guys. So let's start coloring these in. Don't worry about the shading. I'm just gonna get right to it because it's pretty much like the shading is just gonna be in the scales. So yeah, can't wait for the fun part. This is the fun part, guys. I love doing this because it's like you do a whole drawing and then boom, finish in 10 seconds because I just use the thickness of the blacks. You know, just when I'm spotting the blacks and stuff. Oh yeah, oh yeah, cartoons. If you guys remember that one, probably not. Anyway, any hooser. So the tongue, I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow and a little bit of light because it's coming out of the mouth. So you can add some. Remember, the deeper in the mouth, the darker it is. So just kind of keep it dark right there. And then you can add a little bit, you know, as it's coming out of the mouth, just a little bit of a texture. So remember, guys, this is like a dinosaur, dragon, you know, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, guys, just have to keep going. We have to be a positive influence on everyone. And I know, believe me, I know it's hard. You know, the way the world is and so much going on. Don't focus on that. Focus on what you can. That's what I say. Let's see. I don't like I feel like the teeth are too aligned, but yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Just because I'm kind of pressed for time. Let's see. 18 minutes. Wow, God. Time flies, I tell you. Let's start doing some of these little. See, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna do a little thicker lines, little thicker scales on this bottom here, and then it's just gonna get light. And then I'm gonna do a few little lines to add some texture. Add some crisscross like that. It'll look good, guys. Because remember, guys, you gotta think of like dinosaur scales and lizard scales. They get scratched a lot because he's got armor. This is his armor, so it's gonna be scratched and you know got all kinds of things going on. You know, he's gonna be attacked by smaller animals, big animals, whatever. You know, so gotta take that into account. His scales, you know, if you guys ever see sharks or big animals, even like crocodiles, you know, they have scratches from other animals, from whatever, you know, from things. Their skin is very thick. You know, that's how they're able to survive. But every now and then things get scratched or just, you know, yeah. So you just gotta take your time. Start dark in some areas and add little The lines kind of balance it out. And then also follow a pattern. So it's his cheek, you know, is going down this way. And it helps create that round shape, you know, even with this just the scales. You guys, you don't need too many lines, you know. I'm just trying to get it done as fast as I can, but the lines and the scales, and then when you're doing animals like this, even if you're drawing an elephant, guys, elephants have, you know, not scaly skin, but they have, you know, skin and texture. So if you're going for details, you know, remember, try to follow a pattern, and that'll help create the structure in the face. And I got some diamond things going, so add some little diamonds. I think I'm just going to spend the most of this time just, you know, directing the scales. Notice I'm keeping the direction of this. The direction is up here and then down here. Kind of creating a rooftop. But yeah, I just did a similar project like this, so that's why it's kind of coming easy for me. So. Ooh, scary. Let's see. See how I'm, like I said, all in the pressure, guys. And you can do this. It's just a little bit more difficult. If you guys are at home, you know, using pen and paper, don't worry. It's just the same thing. I mean, I just, like I said, this is just something being used for, you know, scale back in time. But if you guys are using a pen at home or an ink brush, don't fret. It's the same technique, guys. I'm just doing a little bit faster. That's all. You know, nothing to it. Just add the blacks where you need to, and then kind of guide it a little. So, and add ink everywhere in dark spots, even in the scales, guys, in between, and that will add the and they're just gonna go from there. Add little lines around there that add the scales there. So, because remember, guys, it's just like with hair, because hair has dark areas too on your head and things like that. You just don't really see it because you think it's all color, but if you look at like close areas where you're, you know, where you're let's say where you're like close to your head, you know, those are the dark areas, you know, where color kind of disappears. And I've shown this before, so yeah, it's coming up pretty good. Let's see. And just kind of follow a path with the scales, you know. If they're going in, get smaller, you know. Where they're going big, get bigger. I think we can get rid of... Let's get rid of this. Goodbye. Let's save. For me, it's Control Save, guys. Don't know. Always remember to do that. Add a little cross-hatching when you can. Just kind of go in the dark areas. So it's funny because I know I do a lot more talking than I do art most of the time. But I think the thing is, guys, I'm more of a visual guy. I'm a self-taught, mostly like visual. You know, of course, I studied techniques and stuff when I was in school and from my mentors and stuff like that. But mainly, like, they can never explain it to me. I've always been one of those, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. Almost any, I was always a student that never really, you know, once I saw it, I could do it. You know, I had better understanding of something was up. But a lot of times, you know, I had to see it to, you know, to believe it. You know, once I mastered that, then, you know. Many of you are probably like that. You have to see this, so I mean, you're just kind of seeing it. That's why I do most of these videos. And I offer a little bit of wisdom while I'm talking. So just remember, guys, some videos I've been talking for like an hour. You know, it depends on the drawing, but I have to keep these going for an hour. I just want silence. And like I said, I'm going to be starting videos where I do, you know, because guys, I hate to say it, but like shorts are in. You know, I've been watching these YouTube shorts, and my nephew even started a channel. He's got more views on his than me, and congrats to him. Like I said, guys, you know, in fact, there's something I actually want to discuss later about, but I'll get to him. But what I'm saying is that's, you know, that's just if you guys as a production thing. If you guys want to draw, just draw. Start a channel, whatever. People will like it. And that's what I was kind of getting to, guys. Because, you know, it's funny. Today at the art show, at first I'm like, you know, because there's this many people have talent. And at first I'm going to get discouraged and think like, you know, but guys, you have to remember that talent and drawings is all subjective. And what that means is that, although I do believe in two things. One, art does have to be somewhat good. Like you have to have some drawing skills. You know, I've studied art in school, and a lot of it was ridiculous. And I told you I hate modern art. I don't like Jackson Pollock because I feel like it's. I'm not saying anyone can't do it, because I've told people, you know, there are plenty of people maybe you can't draw, but you can be creative in other ways. But the thing is, guys, is that like this is skill for me. This is not something like, yes, you know, maybe this is my God-given talent, but I've studied this. I've drawn. I've put in the work. You know, I think art requires some kind of skill. You know, I'm not saying you can't learn it. You know, like I said, if I wanted to drop this tomorrow and be a fireman, you know, I could be a fireman, but that's not something, you know, like anybody can do. You have to put in the work, I think. I mean, if I wanted to be a basketball player tomorrow, I mean, maybe it'd be difficult at this stage in my life. You know, I haven't played basketball professional, but, you know, with hard work, maybe. I think that requires, and then like I said, it requires some kind of message. Because let me tell you some guys, there are great artists there who had, you know, it's amazing. I love seeing, I'm not in competition with anybody because I know one day, or if anything, my art will speak to somebody else, you know. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, that's the point. Your art, your work may speak to somebody else and it may not speak to others. That's where, you know, I feel like a lot of us, you know, forget. So, in my humble opinion, like what makes your work, the thing is, guys, my best advice is make your work stand out. That's all. Make it stand out to as many people as you can, even if it's, you know, whatever it is. You know, if you want to draw stick figures, if people like the most ridiculous things, guys, I'm telling you. My nephew, you know, he made these little videos and it's cute, like, but it's so weird. It's the weird stuff, but people like it, you know. It speaks to them, you know. I just, you know, that's just the way, if you want to reach people, that's just what I'm saying. But if you just want to make art for art's sake and you don't want to worry about if one person, if you're happy with just 20 people viewing your, you know, your book or your whatever, that's fine. It just depends what you want to do, guys. My goal is to spread my work as much as I can, guys. That's my goal. You know, is spreading my brand, spreading it, you know, and it's, you know, of course to make money, obviously, but that's always, you know, making money is making a living. You guys want to make a living, you got to remember, you got to think about production. You got to think about, you know, you're making profits this year, but what about next year? You know, remember, guys, there's always going to be someone talented, better, bigger, whatever. And the way you stay about the competition, you know, if you, I mean, like I said, I don't compete with people with other artists, guys. But my advice on that is just worry about yourself, make yourself relevant, you know. So that's what I say to you guys, because like I said, there are plenty of great artists in the world, guys. You know, plenty of them. There's always gonna be someone better than you. There's always gonna be someone bigger at you at the gym. You know, got a better girl, a better car. You know. What makes you stand out, guys, is you being you and doing your thing and focusing on that and not worrying about what others. I don't worry about what others, guys. I welcome the competition, guys. It makes you a better artist. It makes you want to do better, you know. But I hope you also treat each other with respect, guys, because we are all in this together, you know. We all help each other, you know. Let's see. I think it's coming up pretty good, guys. I'm going to try to stop this video in the next couple of minutes. I mean, I think we got this done faster than I thought. But I'd like to do more black areas, but I don't really have time. So I'll just kind of fill in a little bit, follow the lines a little. Yeah, I wonder what the next movie is, guys, because there was no, just so you know, there's no cutscene at the end of this one, so nothing really to, I don't know what the next step is, but, you know. Just adding a little bit of crosshatch, a little bit of scratches. Yeah, why not, guys? Because, you know, he's got scales, he's got cuts. He's been through a lot. Just take your time. Add as much, you know, to build. Try to add in these black areas, guys, and then add little dots and little areas kind of make it up. You know, see that? And then work your way down. So. Remember, guys, it's a dinosaur. He's got, you know, basically a dragon. I guess he's a dinosaur. I'm gonna give this another couple minutes just to kind of get as much detail in. And then I'm gonna end this. Not too bad, guys. A half hour. It's a good way to end a video for what I'm doing. But eventually, I'd like to do some shorts, and stay tuned for those, guys. Maybe I'll even, you know, make some shorts out of these videos just because, you know. But that seems to be what people want, guys. And I understand. I know you guys are busy lives. You want to sit down and watch a video for, you know, a half hour. But these guys, I'm not saying I'm an old fart, but I mean, not that old, but I've kind of come from a different era. Most of you young kids, you know, I mean, I'm not saying I'm old, but, you know, I'm from an era, like, you have to realize, when I was first going to school, we were still, the computer stuff really wasn't there, you know, computers, you didn't want to use, I'm used to, like, action movies that actually did all action, it wasn't all CGI, you actually had stuntmen, and you know, computer stuff was very rare, guys, very rare. And I mean, a lot of people didn't want to utilize it unless they had to, you know, but nowadays, computer stuff, and you know, now you guys have, everything is instant nowadays, and that's the problem. I still don't think, people ask me this all the time, like, Tom, are things going to be, you know, is AI going to take over? Guys, the answer is no. Trust me, AI will never take over art. I mean, unless the machines take over. That's different. That's different reasons. But I mean, like, people can spot good art, guys, and a machine cannot make good art, you know? Unless it's programmed by the artist, but even then, I still think it's cheating. I think if an artist uses AI, guys, it's cheating. You know, you may as well be using, it's like, and you know, it's funny, we never had to worry about people using steroids in our profession. I think this is it, you know. But let me just, did it say? Yeah, I did. But yeah, now we do. A little bit more texture. Remember, guys, add texture to the eye, because there's always something. There's a pupil, there's a shine. Add a little bit more. So let's see. Okay, not too bad, actually. Godzilla. Now a little bit more scales. I think this might be my best one yet, guys. I think I'm getting better. You guys, all it takes is a little perseverance, and a little consistency. That's the way you do it, guys. Let me tell you something, guys. It's the same thing. That's why I love working out at the gym. Like, you won't see results, you know, right away. If you stay consistent, you will. You'll just be like, one day you'll notice, oh, I'm losing weight. Oh, my arms are bigger, you know, or I'm, you know, looking, you know, slimmer. You just gotta kind of keep going, and then, you know, don't worry about the results, guys. The results will come one day, and you'll see them, you know. Whether if you're drawing one day, you'll realize, hey, man, my eyes are getting better. My hands are getting better. You know, I can draw mouths. My perspective is a lot better now, so. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, but you want it to be messy, guys. You know, this face is all crumbly, and, you know, just kind of get in there. Don't be afraid to get more. Don't be afraid to push the envelopes, guys. And I recommend, guys, if you're not sure, always add more layers here, guys. If you're not sure, just stop, add another layer, and if you don't like it, just delete the layer, then you're good, you know? That's always a good tip. I use it for Photoshop whenever I want to venture to something. I'm like, let me try this, and then, you know, then I'll keep it if it's good, so. Anyway, guys, see ya. All right, I think it's about time to end it. And there's our Godzilla, guys. Let's see. Oh, no. So there you go. Godzilla. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. And yeah, this is what we do, guys. This is what we do. So, like I said, stay tuned for next week. I'll still be posting the videos. So guys, just kind of, you know, keep an eye out for that. It should be on Monday. I'll explain to you guys later, the week after. Yeah. I'm going to work on this for a little bit, then I'm going to be posting it, guys. So just stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace. Oh, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Share it with everyone else. I need the likes, guys. You know, I got to keep the channel going. So, hey, Hooser. See you later, guys.